Barberini, and you're watching the TU Ice Network.
It's Friday night, and I'm in love with the sport of hockey. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hatfield Ice House here in Hatfield, Pennsylvania, where we're in for a really good one tonight. I am Taylor Snyder on the call. Michael Zingroni outside the glass. Dylan Coyle, the man above, looking over us. And if you're tuning in, well, you're tuning for a really good one. We got the Villanova Icecats taking on the Temple Owls. Tonight's game, although featured at Villanova's venue, is a home game for the Temple Owls. The last time these two teams met was 2 weeks ago in the Philadelphia City Showcase. Villanova took down Temple 1-0 in the final. That game did not count. Tonight does for ECHA play. First one of the year for both teams. Should be a good one. And we're underway here. And playing now for the Icecats is Berglund. Berglund, a ricochet off the boards, plays it to his teammate Arena. Arena with a shot just went higher than net. And in net tonight for the Temple Owls, number 31, Ben Auerbach. Auerbach, the one goalie in the slot. And in net tonight for the Villanova Icecats, third stringer Andres Falcon Jimenez. And frozen there by Ben Auerbach. We got Mike Zingroni outside of the glass. Mike, I can see you down there, buddy. How's the energy?
The energy is amazing, Taylor. Pretty quick start, especially for Villanova getting that early chance, but I'm interested to see who brings the energy early and who brings it often between these two teams.
Excellent point, Mike at the face-off circle for the Villanova Icecats. Off the draw was Jumo Kim. In the second meeting between Villanova and Temple last year, Kim had 2 goals. Number 27, a guy to look out for sure. And number 5, Charles Giaz at the draw, 1. Handled by Reed and Bowles around the alley. And a shot there from the point sent from number 27. That was Junmo Kim, played down by Auerbach. And Walker plays aside, number 27, on the first line tonight for Temple. And now Bowles skates past it, skating with it for the Villanova Icecats now is Gilfillan. Gilfillan, a nice shot to move into center from number 15 to Gilfillan. On the setup there was Max Williams. And now Van Allen up through ice, tries to weave his way through. Easy play there for the Cats, Mike Carroll. Reed plays back now. Last season, Villanova won all 3 matchups when these two teams faced. This year, the trend continues, 4 straight for Villanova. Tonight's venue, though, and setting a little bit different, a home game for Temple, as I mentioned. And the trapezoid there to play behind is the Cats. And a battle on the boards is Fowler. Fowler sends it back. We're right back to square A. And in the corner now in a playoff and a tangle down. Chipped away by Duffy. Duffy and a chip. A little close for comfort there for my purposes. Michael Irie now retrieves. 18:09 to go here in the first period. Puck now played in neutral ice by the Cats. Sent down deep by Mackel. And to retrieve it is Moses. Moses around the boards to Fowler. Skate past Fowler, overshot. And a shot sent from the point. That was Trotta. Played up is Moses. To Irie. Irie pokes it away. Kaiser now up along the boards, along the sides, nowhere to put it, just sends it to the front. Easy play there for Jimenez. There to chip it back was Fowler. Fowler, a shot to center from Irie. Irie could not play it, tried to put him on the tape just wide. And a shot from the top there, and then rocked down in the front was Matt Chinay, and a follow-up opportunity from Irie on the ricochet and frozen by Jimenez. 17:32 to go, 2-1 shots in favor of Temple.
Taylor, it's interesting to see that line rolling. Andrew Kaiser doing a great job of not only blocking a shot in his own defensive end, but making sure he gets the puck out, then carry it into the offensive zone, gets it deep, and that line gets something rolling early.
At the circle is 84 Elmer for the Owls. Won the faceoff off Kim. And sent back is Ed Klein. Klein had a very good ECHA playoffs last year. Tournament, Villanova fell to Navy in the semis. And a shot that was sent from the front was Charles Giazza. Played down by Jimenez. Tangled up is Will Green with Kim. And Elmer able to put it back deep on the retrieval is Green. Just tries to keep him honest. Played out in front. A nice poke there from Villanova. And Temple able to get it deep again. Third straight possession where Temple has put on great pressure inside the Villanova zone. And now Villanova able to get a zone entry here. Skating up with it is Matthews. Matthews, a nice shot. That was not an easy save, but Ben made it look like that. Great glove save from Auerbach. Keeps this a 0-0 contest.
What a glove right there, Taylor. You had a little bit better angle than me, but just flashed that beautifully.
100%. Ben Auerbach last year versus Villanova. Up and down, struggled, had some good games tonight. The Owls will need a big game from him. And this is a brand new Temple team, as is it for Villanova. Two teams very familiar with one another in the same conference. Now on the breakout here is Zambella. Zambella puts on a nice D, couldn't get around Halavy. And now there to play it up on the boards is Arena, the leading points getter for the Cats. And chip back, tried to play it to Arena from his teammate there, Berglund. Bowles in the middle. Now kicked to the side by Zambella. Knocked down. LeBombard just rakes that away. Crossing at center ice, tried to lay on a hit. A nice move around him was Halavy. Halavy now to his teammate Matthews. Matthews, a nice shot and a follow-up opportunity. Wide open cage. Puck was free real estate. Could not close was Tim Arena. And Arena now with another opportunity blocked out in front by Aaron Crossan. Temple eventually able to clear out. It's Bladen Reed. Reed just plays that to the side. Van Allen now coming on for Temple, number 25. This is the first line in action for the Cherry and Ice. Off the board. Villanova moves up through the zone. Connects with his teammate there, Gilfillan. Up there to retrieve for the Cats, Williams. Williams to Trotta from the point, knocked down in front by Walker. Villanova keeps it in, Junmo Kim. And now Janae to Moses. Little quick stick work there to Giazza. Giazza, a nice little easy feed to Walker. Couldn't reach him though, blocked down. And back into Temple zone, it's now Janae. Janae to Moses. Temple entering this contest tonight 4-2, same with Villanova 4-2. And these teams have faced once, but it did not count towards ECH play. So this is a very, very important game for both teams. Playoff implications always mattering. Every game counts. Temple, although home tonight, feeling the away advantage. A large number of Villanova fans here, but a good amount of rep for Temple as well. Should be a good contest here. Only 14:47 left here in the first period. And now Villanova from neutral ice. The shot sent right to the pad at Auerbach. And now Giazza and the trapezoid to play. Glove down by Giazza. Knocked to the side there, Trotta. And eventually played off the board by Fowler. On the back pedal is Makel. Now Smedley, the smooth defenseman, number 15. Irie, net one in the last game versus Drexel. And now Fowler. Off the board, a ricochet. Played off in the corner. Here's Villanova just trying to dump it out. But Barberini's at the top. A shot sent through a couple of the Villanova defensemen behind. Centered to Irie. Irie now in the slot. Knocked down in front by Morozov. And Smedley plays off the board to his teammate Kaiser. Kaiser now in the trapezoid, sent it to the front, blindfolded, couldn't reach Smedley. Smedley again plays off the board, same drill, same dance. Kaiser behind in the trapezoid. Nova looking to get it out, they eventually will, and now fresh legs will come on for the Cats. 13:36 to go.
That line for Temple, Sean Fowler, Andrew Kaiser, and Michael Irie, they're the line to look out for tonight. Two shifts, two elongated possessions in the Villanova zone.
Irie has had the hot hand recently for the Owls, the freshman, contributing in a big way thus far. And that was dumped out from Reed. Couldn't reach Bowles. There to retrieve is Green. This was physical last time these two teams played, Mike. I know you got something on that for me, buddy. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, between these two teams, 7 roughing minors between these two teams, and the power plays weren't too good either to take advantage of. Temple 0 for 8, Villanova 0 for 5. So these two teams don't like each other. The last game short sheet shows that. Let's see if it happens today.
And now Green from the side up into the net off the pad. A nice save there by Jimenez. And that'll freeze it at 12:51 with shots favoring the unsuspecting home Owls, 6-3 so far.
Auerbach, even though it says 6 shots right there, he's been tested. Every single one of those 6 shots have been a difficult save for him.
And now Elmer, number 84, in a draw. Won it off Matthews, but Matthews was able to get it back. And now Arena, a nice chip. And moving up through ice is Matthews. Now Matthews tried to center it to Halavy. Halavy on the follow-up opportunity and a solid save. Ben Auerbach stood tall on that one. Beautiful save by number 31 to keep this knotted at 0.
Great back check by Will Green. If he doesn't come back, Villanova probably has another chance on that loose puck in front to really stash it home. But Will Green getting back doesn't allow Villanova to get a too high dangerous of a chance.
Matthews at the circle for the Cats. There's number 14, Aaron Crossan. Got in some box trouble versus Cornell, a 5-minute major and a 10-minute misconduct. He has a big body out there, number 14, the freshman. LeBombard now, number 44, out there too for the Owls. Backpedaling now is Makel. Tried to play it to Matthews, couldn't reach. And now Janae to Moses. Tried to reach LeBombard, chipped away, just a nice poke off his stick, couldn't handle it. LeBombard now playing up through is Villanova. Moving with it was Morozov, the lone Russian on this team, number 18. A smooth skater. Matthews now picked off by Crossan. A pickpocket now moving up the right wing. Crossan's got nowhere to send it. He'll play into the pads of Falcon Jimenez, and another great save by the Villanova Tendy.
Very fast pace so far. I mean, we're not even halfway through the period, and we already have 11 shots combined between the two teams.
11 shots combined indeed. And Charles Giazza, number 5, a slow start to this season. That has changed in a big way very quickly now. 4 goals on the season for the captain. And he's on that first line tonight. Van Allen now able to sweep that away. Just couldn't reach it was Janae, the fast skating defenseman. But Charles is able to keep it in. The puck is now played deep. Van Allen on the retrieval, wins the battle. Walker there to play, has the inside on Jumo Kim, but he gets him on the shoulder. Now Nova to Van Allen, sent it through the slot, just turned aside by Jimenez. Played off the board, moving up through neutral ice is Carroll. And now Jumo Kim forced to retrieve, and Kim will put a hold. Brendan Ondick not eligible tonight for the Owls, number 10. A big hole for the Owls indeed, but it's still 0-0 moving up there with Jumo Kim. Almost wasn't 0-0. I'm out. And apologies there for the technical difficulties there. The wiring here at Hatfield Ice House this is the first actually game for us this year at this ice arena, so we're still trying to get used to that. But we're back in. Mike never really left. He was down there. He was ready to take it over if need be.
I'm wireless, so I don't have the problems you do.
Yes. Indeed. 2019.
None of you have the problems that I do right now.
2019. Kids these days. What do you say? All right. Here to play now is Fowler, 77. Fowler had a very nice handshake earlier before game with Jared Giovon. Seems to woo confidence tonight. Now Kaiser up on the boards. There to play is Bowles. Ian Bowles, the bread man, makes a great pizza. Irie took a nice shot there. That was Morozov, the big Russian. A good shoulder check. Bowles wins on the inside. Tried to ricochet that onto his teammate, Kaiser. Kaiser wasn't ready. And now here come the Cats. Kaiser with a good check and Bowles to follow. And a nice easy touch in the trapezoid there by Ben Auerbach. 9:25 to go here. 9 shots for favoring the home crowd. We got Garrett Elmer now playing to his teammate Fowler, and that kind of slipped in front. Sean Fowler tried to wrap around. I do not think Kim was prepared, and that almost got through the pads of Jimenez. Still somehow 0-0 here.
You know, it's really nice to kind of see ECHA teams competing well against each other. Villanova and Temple, they've always been two sides. It's usually been in the favor of Villanova, but now the Owls are starting to compete a lot more. They've got a lot of young players who are really set to make an impact in years in the future, and why not start presently? You've got Michael Irie, you've got Matthew Guinea, Brandon LeBombard. It's really beautiful, Mike.
Yeah, and down at ice level, the one thing I notice is how well this team's keeping up with Villanova. It's back and forth. No team's faster than the other, so it's going to be a good back and forth game today.
In 2 of those matchups last year between Temple and Villanova, the one key for success was the Villanova's ability to score in that game. Temple did not generate enough forecheck. Tonight, though, interesting to your point, that entire fourth line is brand new. You got a brand new guy on the third line, Irie. You got one more Hurwitz on the second and Walker on the first. It's crazy. 6 new freshmen, completely new look. And now Hurwitz and a battle there with Berglund. Hurwitz laid a nice shot. Exchanged a friendly little remark there from Ed Klein. Puck wound its way into the slot. Will Green, nice and subtle. A nice deke around through neutral ice, just put it deep. But the Owls are just looking to get fresh legs on. Green, though, stays on the rush. A nice check. Aggressive play there by Will Green. Off the skate, kicked aside. Now Junmo Kim moving up through the slot. Tries to put on a move, works his way inside up to the glove of Auerbach. And another save there by 3-1 to keep this 0-0.
You know, Will Green made a really nice play in the defensive zone. Instead of just trying to clear with his stick, he actually decided to take possession of the puck, move to the side, and the Owls got a nice forecheck opportunity out of it.
And the face-off won by Villanova. Morozov from the top of the slot, blocked down in front by LeBombard. LeBombard in a board battle. It's Crossan who just rakes that in. Knocked down is Halevy. Put it through the zone. Villanova onside. It's Matthews and now Halevy. Halevy tried to reach Matthews. Picking it off was Crossan. And now Smedley, a nice easy play to Barberini and a beautiful tape-to-tape pass to Crossan. Crossan now moving up into Villanova ice. Crossan lets it go into the breadbasket of Jimenez. Crossan showing off that stick skills right there. Tried to make this 1-0, but somehow it's still nothing.
Not only the stick skills, I love the body skill there, using his big frame to protect the puck through the neutral zone, able to cock it back and be able to get off a shot, which forces an offensive zone draw.
Charles Giaz off the draw, and a shot from Van Allen, knocked down by Jimenez. Giazza now, easy to read to Giazza. Giazza tangled up. It was Morozov and chipped in there by Matthews. Now Giazza takes a shot from Morozov. He won that battle. Villanova just looking to chip it in, but it's Bladen Reed with a nice glove to his teammate. Van Allen tried to go 5-hole. It was Walker, number 27, could not go 5-hole, and that was a great save there by Falcon Jimenez.
I love the way Reed attacked it there. He saw the puck in the air, skated right to it, batted down with his glove, and dished off a nice pass to Van Allen to get a high danger scoring opportunity.
Villanova got caught sleeping at the wheel there. Good pressure here from Temple. The forecheck has looked superb. It is Giazza off the draw to Van Allen to Reed. Knocked down by Kim. In the slot there to play was number 10 for the Icecats. Carroll has not seen much of the ice tonight. He's out there with Gilfillan. Van Allen now just a poke all the way to his teammate Bowles, who is really kept to just chip that in there. And Bowles, a nice physical play there at center ice. Giazza now. Bowles picked off again. It's now Giazza with the move on the inside through the slot, and a follow-up chance, could not finish. And there to play it up is Bowles, but Villanova was able to get it out. And now on the retrieval for the Icecats is Gilfillan. Gilfillan, can he beat him inside? Temple was there. A centering pass to his teammate. Tried to reach Junmo Kim, and playing with it is Williams. Williams to the top. Number 10, that was shot from Carroll. Now Temple finally able to get it out. It was Van Allen from his knees. Walker, the lone owl, on the retrieval. A great forecheck there from Walker, and now Kaiser out on the ice. Villanova chips it in. It's 5 Owls to 1 Cat. Temple will control. Bowles in the back alley, a play up the boards, bounced over Fowler's stick, and now he's tangled up with Mackel. Bowles there to retrieve. Pushed it to the side for Janae, but just too much sauce. Fowler able to fork it out. That's Mackel. Tried to send it cross ice to his teammate, Joey Duffy. Eventually was sent deep by Moses. There to play it back was Irie and Janae. Almost able to keep it in. Matthew Janae playing the tightrope there. Couldn't reach it in. And now Temple forced to do it all over again. And the forecheck has been strong tonight for the Owls. 11 shots, 2-9. Still 0-0 on the scoreboard with 5:10 to go in the first period. And that's Morozov. Passes on to his teammate there, Trotta. Trotta play off the boards. In the back alley now, 2 Owls to play up on him. A nice check there from Moses. And tried to put it back into the slot. The Owls weren't fooled. A follow-up opportunity for the Cats. That was Blaja. And eventually sent all the way back down into Villanova ice. And we will finally get an icing with 4:43 to go here in the first period.
We saw on Temple's last possession in the offensive zone how the puck bounced over Ganay's stick. That was one thing I'm kind of noticing standing along the boards. The puck's been a little bit bouncy, especially when coming off the boards. It doesn't seem to get flat and doesn't seem like it's easy to control tonight.
Puck has been ricocheting all over the ice tonight, indeed. Mike Temple, though, holding the hot hand slightly over Villanova. Talking to Coach Carroll, the last time the Owls were at home, tonight technically would be a home game, was at the Igloo. Coach Carroll said he wanted to place a lot of emphasis on starting faster, getting the legs moving. Temple is definitely winning that battle right now. And now Moses pass to his teammate, Elmer. But Villanova, nice play there defensively by Klein. Makes Temple start it all over again. There's Janae, the freshman defenseman, number 7, who net won versus NJIT. Sent deep from Elmer. Hurwitz to Elmer, tangled up in the boards with Kim. A nice forecheck there from Hurwitz, but Villanova eventually able to control it. It's Carroll moving up through neutral ice, tried to get it to Berglund. Berglund and Smedley off in the corner. Tangled up is Elmer with now Jumo Kim. Kim just trying to avoid the traffic. Get home by dinner. Kim to the slot to his teammate, blocked down. That was Blajda. A great defensive play by Barberini. Up on the boards is Elmer. Lost track of the puck, so now Villanova will control. Eventually gets this to his teammate. A shot from the point right into the breadbasket. That was Mike Carroll, and it's still 0-0.
One thing I'm really noticing about Villanova's attack, they're really trying to work below the goal line. They're trying to come from behind the net and work it up to sort of collapse the Temple defense and be able to get some free shots from the high slot and the point, and so far it's working. They got 13 shots on goal so far.
Coach Carroll will be happy with that effort despite the result, or excuse me, despite the score at the current moment. It's still 0-0 here. Temple is playing a very good hockey game, though. Ben Auerbach has been tested. The Owls have been able to keep up the forecheck. If you're just joining us, I'm Taylor Snyder. Michael Zingroni outside the glass, and then Dylan Coyle with the insight. And a shot there from the Russian Morozov, whose name I haven't really gotten to say much tonight, but the lone Russian on this Villanova Icecats roster.
What a shame. I know you want to say his name a little bit more, Taylor.
You know, Russian names are fun and all, but how about Belarusian?
Don't get me started about Belarus, Dylan. We got a game to call.
Hey, by the way, the Reading Royals up 6-5 now in the third.
Around the league action, we may have to do that later. I don't know. Right now, I'm not prepared to give the full insight on around the league.
Mike to know.
You got it, because there's 30 games going on tonight. I got to pick my 10. I'll get that in the second period. All right, so it's Croson now. Back playing is Villanova. Back on track here. And that was supposed to reach the stick of Macklin. Instead of hit the boards, played awkwardly. So now Villanova was forced to retrieve. The puck's going to come all the way back from where it first came into the glove of Auerbach.
I'm surprised that Auerbach didn't just decide to stick it to Croson, who was going right around the net. It's an easy defensive play, you know, just getting the puck and skating around, starting a breakout. There was only one Villanova Icecat charging. I know that's a play you want to be conservative, but now you've given up an offensive zone faceoff for Nova.
And that was a nice shot there from number 12, Richie Halevy, who was destructive in the ECHA playoffs last year. Halevy could not finish.
Dylan, to your point, I think why he may have held on to it is the Owls kind of had a little bit trouble of breaking out of their own defensive zone so far this period. Not too bad, nothing too noteworthy, but I feel like those struggles should be said.
At the dot for the Villanova Wildcats is Jumo Kim from Seoul, South Korea, number 27. And now played up for number 25, Nick Van Allen. Eventually back to the Cats, it's Klein. Klein, a nice move around Giazza. Moving, been chipped in, puts it deep. In the trapezoid is Bowles. Bowles off the boards, and Auerbach, a curveball. Had to move front to right. I don't even know what happened there. I think I had some off speed on that one.
Ian Bowles didn't see his man behind him, and he kind of picked up the pace right as the puck was being played towards the boards. It's hard as a defenseman to notice that there is a forward attacker behind you, but you've got to be skating at all times, and Bowles not being able to do it there led to that opportunity.
And now Villanova pushing in the slot, blocked down by Janae. Villanova from the point again. Auerbach did not see that puck. That was Carroll with the shot. And into neutral ice, it's Kaiser now with Irie, 2-on-2. Kaiser, a sling off the blocker of Jimenez.
That's a deceiving wrist shot there. It's
That was a
beautiful
beauty.
little snipe.
And now Janae, a fork. Fowler at the trolley tracks. Backpedaling is Klein. Klein cocks back, cross ice, off the boards, and that will be in icing.
Man, sometimes when you got a guy who has a wrist shot as beautiful as that just whips off the blade of the stick, it is hard to stop. That was a really nice blocker save there. Kind of reminds me of Austin Matthews. We all know how good his snapshot is. It's just a beauty. I just also want to say thumbs up to our camera person right now, Jay Niemeyer, doing an awesome job over here.
Shout out, Jay.
Shout out to Jay. We have duct tape the tripod on the boards. We have so much duct tape.
The duct tape is my work. I just want to make sure that's known.
Halevy, a shot from the slot blocked down by our back. Halevy's been ringing recently, and it's him again versus 4 Owls. Richie Halevy versus the world. Carroll to Halevy. In the slot was Matthews, too far out in front. A nice easy play from Fowler. Moses will think twice. And 1 minute to play here in the first period, 17-10 in favor of the Owls. Still 0-0. Fowler from the high slot, blocked down off the play. Jimenez in a nice drive there. Temple lost track of the puck. It was trickling down at their feet. Defense leads to offense. Here's Halevy. Kenny center it. Looks for his teammate. Arena on the backhand. Tim Marina has left the building. 1-0 Icecats.
That's rough. You really have a great opportunity at the other end of the ice, and Nova comes back the other side and scores. Not only that, it's with under a minute left. So that's going to kind of sit in the minds of the Temple players when they're in the locker room in the intermission. You never want to give up a goal in the final minute, and that just happens.
That is a big momentum swing. It was a tough break for Temple. It was bound before one of those go in. There was a lot of loose pucks in the crease throughout the period, and Villanova was finally able to slot one home.
The leading points getters for the Villanova Icecats put the Cats on the board first. It's Halevy to Arena, 1-0 Villanova, and Temple finds themselves in a late hole here with 26 to go in the first frame. Now Villanova, can they do it again? It's a nice sling off the glove, a shot there from Trotta. Great shot, even better save. And now Elmer tries to sweep it up to his teammate. Nice defensive play there by the Cats. It's Morozov now, and this is Will Green, kick to the side. It's 2-on-1, and an offsides will be called with 3 seconds to go. So a 19-11 shot advantage for the Owls. Their legs have been moving. The forecheck has been great. And for the most part, Ben Auerbach has been phenomenal, but it is the Villanova Icecats who get the first goal here on this Friday night at Hatfield Ice House with 2 seconds to go. And that'll do it. We've played one. Hockey has happened. Words have been exchanged. And lights were even lit. It's the Villanova Icecats up 1-0 over the Temple Owls. Intermission report coming up. It's Michael Zingroni hosting. You won't want to miss that. Stay tuned.
Now we might see who Mike decides to get here for that intermission interview. The fun thing is always watching and prowling.
It really is. It's all about the anticipation.
The anticipation.
That 10 seconds that we kind of get.
And you know who we got? We've got Andrew Kaiser, Mike Zingroni. Gonna see what they have to talk about. Kaiser was one of the guys in this game who has so far performed pretty well. Like I said, that little wrist, that snap of a wrist, it's so beautiful. So Mike, whenever you're ready, we'll send it down to you.
Can you hear me now? There you go. All right, hey guys, I'm with Andrew Kaiser. That line now was you with Sean Fowler and Michael Ivory. You guys were buzzing early. What are you guys liking about the three of you together?
We have a lot of good speed. We can get down and win puck battles down low. We need to work on communication though. So, I mean, there's pluses and minuses with having a new line. So I think we're doing okay, but I think there's still a lot of room for improvement.
Definitely a hard-fought period, but Villanova gets that last one in the last minute. How can you guys overcome that and make sure you put together good hockey in these last 2 periods?
We just got to forget about it. Just take what we need to work on and just continue that through the rest of the next 2 periods. I don't know. It's tough to get scored on that late, but it's all right. We can bounce back. You
guys played Nova earlier in the season. It was a 1-0 hard-fought game. What have you learned from that game that you guys are applying today?
It's a really scrappy game. It's always a scrappy game with Villanova. We hate them. They hate us. We just have to keep our composure and get shots on net. It's really all we can ask for.
Thanks, Kaiser.
Yep.
Back up to you guys.
At the end of 1 period, it is the Villanova Wildcats with a 1-0 lead over the Temple Ice Owls, is I guess what we could call them, the Cherry and Ice down here, 1-0. Michael Zingroni will have the intermission report coming up here, so stay tuned for that.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the intermission report. I'm Mike Zingroni alongside Jay Niemeyer. Jay, it's 1-0 Villanova after one. We're just going to get right into it. What are some of your takeaways from the first period?
I'm really impressed by Temple. Actually, they're leading in shots, which you don't expect them to see against Nova, hard forechecking team. So that's a positive that they can definitely take and be discussing right now.
So Ben Auerbach, he's faced 19 shots for Nova so far. What have you liked from him? It looks like he's been in position, made some key glove saves, and he's been tested so far by this Villanova offense.
I think that Ben's seeing everything he needs to see. It's just a matter of making sure the puck gets away from him once he's, if he's not covering it up or swallowing it at whole, he needs to have his defense clearing it out.
So one thing I'm really noticing from this Temple Owls offense that I'm liking is that third forward line, centered by Andrew Kaiser, and on the wings, Michael Irie and Sean Fowler. They've been buzzing. Every single shift, it seemed like they were getting high, dangerous opportunities. What have you seen from that line?
They enjoy this. This is the style of game that they like to play, and they're having fun.
So our final question, kind of a tradition question, your head coach, if you're head coach Pat Carroll, what are you saying in the locker room right now to get the boys ready for these next two periods?
I would say play more like your third and fourth lines. Those are the lines that are going to be successful against a heavy-hitting team like this.
All right, well, after one period, Villanova leads Temple 1-0. After this break, we'll come back with the call with Taylor Snyder, Dylan Coyle, and myself in between the benches.
Act 1 is in the books. Let's see what two more have for us in store. It's 1-0 Villanova. Start of the second period. Face-off won by the Owls. And now played back is Kyle Smedley. In that first period, Temple out shooting Villanova 19-11. Villanova, though, with the one goal, it was Halavy to Arena with under 5 minutes to go. Temple looking to capitalize. Dylan, I heard an interesting little tidbit from you off camera.
Yes.
Temple obviously lost 1-0 to Villanova in the City 6 final, the Philly Showcase final. How long exactly has it been since Temple last put one in the back of the net?
Well, it's been over 4 periods, over 80 minutes since Temple has scored against Villanova.
Looking to change their fortunes, Falcon Jimenez, the third-string goalie for the Villanova Icecats in net, has stood strong. Only 11 shots for Nova. It's LeBombard now. Played back in the trapezoid. Settled down is Jimenez. A hesitation there by Klein. Miscommunication, eventually swept up, and now it's Barberini. Barberini with a shot on net and a save from Jimenez. And now it's Bladen Reed in the neutral zone at the trolley tracks. Clocks back, puts it deep. Fresh legs coming on for the Owls. And pushed back into the slot. High traffic opportunity. It's Reed and a nice trigger there into the glove of Falcon Jimenez. That was played back by number 22, Makel. A miscommunication. Reed swept it up through the slot. Just couldn't finish.
I like the way Bladen Reed's playing today. He's really aggressive, not afraid to take some chances in the offensive zone.
A face-off won by Charles Giazza. And now it's Reed again. Into the alley. It's Walker. A puck battle with Jumo Kim. It's Bowles. Pushed back to his teammate, Giazza. Tangled up. Puck battle won by Kim. And now it's Kim moving up through neutral ice. It's Bowles. Cox back to his teammate, Reed. Backhand Reed. Now it's Klein to number 10 for the Cats. And now played down by Auerbach and settled.
You know, Taylor, I just did the math. The last time that the Owls scored a goal was at the 6:25 mark of the second period on February 8th against Villanova in an 8-1 loss. It has been, at this moment, almost 116 minutes since the last Temple goal against Villanova.
And I think this team knows it. When they're coming off for the first intermission, they look like they have something to prove.
It'll be worth the wait indeed if Temple could tie this game up so early here. Only 17:56 to go in the second period. It's Janae, batted down by Carroll. Janae again, puts it deep. Kaiser thought about going back to retrieve it, realized that was probably not the smartest option. So now Villanova to play. Tried to go with Berglund. Icing waved off, turned aside by Auerbach. A settled play there to his teammate Janae and then to Moses, and now Irie off. Irie tangled up, kicks it to himself, soccer style. Irie now swiveling up through neutral ice. Thought about breaking on the inside to the slot to Fowler. A nice play. Fowler just couldn't find an angle. Now back behind is Klein. Played up the side of the boards. Winning that puck battle was Janae. Janae tried to pass it to Fowler. Fowler wasn't ready. It's now Moses in the back with Morozov. Berglund handles. Chips to the side, block down from Michael Irie. He got a glove on that one, and a nice blow at center ice from the freshman, Josh Moses. A shot from behind, it's Janae tangled up with Berglund. A play off the board is, I believe that was number 84. Yep, Garrett Elmer.
That's a play where Sean Fowler has to look back and track where that puck is going.
Matthew Janae just went point blank cock off the glass. And eventually we'll get right back to him. A nice pass there to Hurwitz, just too much sauce. And Hurwitz took a shot there. I believe that was Morozov.
You know what, Taylor? I cannot believe there's been no penalties called in this game so far.
Absolutely none. I was just thinking the same. And Mike had the stat of the game earlier.
There's 34 penalty misses between these two games last time they played.
And now Moses tried to put it in the slot. A great defensive play from Makel. Blocked it down. Was trying to connect with his teammate Hurwitz. Still 0-0.
One thing about Temple, every single Temple shot so far, at least from what I've seen, it looks like Jimenez has had a clear line of sight or has had the ability to track that puck. Temple's going to have to get him moving side to side and get a shot off that he doesn't see.
Trotta tangled up at the draw there with Elmer. Villanova, it's Morozov, into neutral ice, and a nice subtle play into the slot. Somehow bounced onto the stick. That was Joey Duffy. Couldn't find the puck at the bottom of his stick, bounced just under. That was a juicy, juicy look for the Wildcats. Now up on the boards, it's Joey Duffy, who just moments ago could have made this 2-0.
Sometimes when you can't get the puck with your stick, use the width of your skate. That's what he did. He didn't kick it in. He just wanted to kick that puck down to his stick and did get a few whacks on the pads of Ben Auerbach.
McCormick, number 45, been dead quiet tonight for the Villanova Icecats. And a shot from the top. It's Barberini there to get the ricochet. Was Croson, just couldn't settle it down. And now quick defense to offense. It's Halvey again. Pumps the brakes. LeBombard finishes. Nice check. And Temple puts it back. Villanova forced to go get it. It's Morozov. And an icing is called. 15:04 to go in the second act. It's 20-15 in favor of the Temple Owls. That first line tonight for the Villanova Icecats. Nothing short of deadly. They are out there right now. Winning the draw is Matthews. A play from Morozov. Mackle, nice and easy. There to handle it was Matthews. Matthews lost that puck battle, so now it's quick defense to offense. We go again. Croson took an absolute hammer there from Makel. Croson tried to return the Christmas present. Turns out it was way past the due date, and he did not have the receipt. And now we will get another stoppage. 1-0 still.
My question is, how in the world is that not a dangerous play? That should be a penalty being called there. The elbows and the arms were way up.
Mackle got his arms up. I mean, Crossan's a big dude, so to be able to hit Crossan in the face neck area like that, you have to get your elbows up. That's just
a
physics.
Blown call. That's a blown call from the officials.
Remains no penalty minutes, and that doesn't help Temple's case. Can use anything they can get. A nice subtle play from Van Allen. There in the backhand was Walker, and now it's Van Allen. Nice and easy to Bowles from the top. Off the skate in front of Makel. And a delayed power play coming. It was Bladen Reed to drive. Bowles now in a puck battle, joining is Van Allen. And here we go. What does the head official have for us? It is a hooking call. Temple's going to get 2 minutes to switch, turn these tables around. It's still 1-0, but a power play first one of the game comes at a very opportune moment. As Mike mentioned, special teams ineffective the last time these two teams faced one another. Temple in that game 0 for 8, Villanova 0 for 5. Absolutely remarkable in what was a very, very low scoring affair. It's Van Allen. Tried to cycle it around. That's not the way to start. And Janae forced to go get it.
I like to see freshman forward Michael Irie, which
and now it's Klein here on the boards in the battle. Irie Staring down the ice, it's to Walker. Walker to the high, to Janae, to the face-off circle. Giazza goes top shelf! Captain Charles sailing away! We got a tie game! Come sail away! Come sail away!
Oh boy, did Captain Charles want that one. I had a perfect view right over his shoulder. He was lining it up. He got the wrist buried deep, and he just shelved it bar down right over Jimenez's left shoulder. What a shot from Captain Charles.
An exclamation point from the captain. The Ice House is ignited. We got a tie game. Temple finally on the board against Villanova. They needed that one. And now it's Kaiser at the dot. Wins it off Junmo Kim. Momentum back in Temple's favor. A quick puck battle here. It's Irie moving up. A nice swift move right to the front. Tried to pitchfork that top right. Went too high. Kept in there as Fowler puts it deep. It's Irie behind the cage. Back pedals, puts on the brakes. Cleaning up his mess is Kaiser. Kaiser now lost that puck. It's Irie again. Junmo Kim eventually will settle it. With 13:20 to go, 2017 favors shot total in Temple's favor. And now Villanova, a nice little swift shot there. That was Max Williams. That was not too far off from the net. And it's Williams again.
Got a penalty coming up on Temple.
Call. Good catch, Mike. A delayed penalty indeed. And now it's Morozov, the Russian, a drive. And what do we have here?
Looks like we got Michael Irie going into the box. Definitely not what Temple needed after just tying this game up.
Yeah, Michael Irie heading off to the box. And number 22, Brett Mackel, just wanted to remind him that he did not pay his dues in time and that will serve him 2 minutes in the box. Mike, as we mentioned before this game, both teams, and as Andrew Kaiser mentioned at the intermission, don't really like each other.
Yeah, they're not too fond of each other, and I think that's really evident. There's been a lot of big hits, too.
Villanova, it's their turn now. It's Halavy. Mackel. Nice and easy. Mackel stares it down to his teammate Klein. Klein back to Arena. Arena with the one goal tonight for the Cats. It's Arena around the face-off circle. Lassos to Mackel. Now to Klein. Great passing here from the Cats. It's Halavy blocked down by Barberini. Behind the cages, Arena. Cats able to keep it in. It's Matthews. A one-time shot that went just high. That was Klein. A nice drive. Temple looking to get it out. It's Hurwitz with the backhand. Pushes that puck out of the zone. 12:19 to go. 1:19 on the power play. And now Hurwitz all alone. 4 Cats to 1 Temple Owl. Tried to go backhand. A lone drive there. And it was followed up by Barberini, knocked down by Halavy. Temple, a nice shorthand drive there. 1:10 to go on the power play.
Barberini got that one with his square behind. That block shot he had over right in front of Araback. Got a square on the butt.
Michael Zingroni, by the way, as a reminder, is outside the glass. Dylan Coyle, our producer, head man in charge, adding insight when he can. He is quite a busy man. The backbone of this operation that we get to run, and I'm so glad you tuned in tonight. We got a 1-1 game here, 12:04 to go at Hatfield in the second period, and an ECHA clash between one Philly school and one not really Philly school.
Yeah, we were talking about that on the way up. Let's not start saying that yet.
I was waiting for Taylor to say it, though. I just have to say that.
Listen.
I mean, you know Taylor is going to be
I looked at the map beforehand, and I'm just calling it as I see it. All right.
It's just straight geography at this point.
It's
the straw that stirs the drink.
It's an eye test. Hey, this is what you get. It is a Temple broadcast. 48 seconds to go here in the power play. Now at the top, it's Carroll. Carroll from the slot, just wide of the net. Auerbach didn't really have to do too much there. Kept in is the Wildcats. Could not play as Carroll. Villanova will have to get back. A nice play there from Will Green. Able to poke that away. Villanova play off the boards. It's Junmo Kim, the South Korean, for the Cats. Nice and easy. Gets to the top to his teammate Carroll. Carroll tried to play it off the boards. A nice check there from Ian Bowles, who's been churning in this second period, number 42. Bowles keeps him honest. It's Will Green, tried to poke that out. Green forced to get back. And a nice pass there. That was number 13 for the Cats. Gilfillan kind of caught in between a pass and a shot there, but that net was a bit more open than Ben would have wanted it to be. It's Junmo, a deflection, a ricochet if I might add, number 27 there off of Bowles into the glove of Auerbach. 10:54 to go here. Still knotted at 1. A pop, 24-18 in favor of Temple. 2 penalties in this game, 1 for each team. Temple is the only team to convert on their penalty tonight. Villanova is 0 for 1.
I think we have a little scoreboard malfunction. The people here still think Villanova's home, so they have Villanova's shot on the home side.
Something to look out for indeed, Michael. We had the same issue a couple weeks ago versus Cornell at home. And in the middle of that speech I gave, there was some madness. Temple able to just get that out, and it's an icing. And on the ice now for the Owls, number 91, Jason Zambella. Mike, I know we have both been big on Zambella. Great height on number 91. What can you tell us about him and the impact he brings when he's on the ice?
Yeah, he's been skating around today so far, and he's on the ice with Crossan, his line mate. When Crossan got hit earlier before that Temple goal, Zambella was one of the first ones to come to his defense, so he's really a team player, and he's been buzzing today.
Crossan in that semifinal match of the showcase got a game misconduct in the slot. That was Arena. Almost made it 2.
Oh, man, that is such an underrated save. It's so difficult to get a right pad out when it's going far side and it's level on the ice.
Janae tried to play that off, though. Was Matthews able to get it over his stick? It's now LeBombard, the Canadian, to Moses, to Janae, who's been skating well in this contest. Janae back to his rookie teammate, Moses. Brushed off to the side there by Crossan, a miscommunication. And now off the boards, a shot was Brandon LeBombard. Laid one down, and I think we may get a delayed penalty here.
I think it's just going to be called offsides here.
Oh, really?
Yep, just an offsides.
I could tell you from the hit he just laid on him, I wouldn't have been shocked if they did call him. That was a superb, superb hit.
Yeah, I would have been really shocked if they called that one, considering.
Oh, Mike keeps going dead.
I think Mike cut out.
Mike's
Mike, you still there?
Mike's mic is dead.
Mike's mic keeps going out.
Mike's on the mic.
Remember, if you're looking for the men to put up hands, the men without the stripes, the linesmen, are going to signal if it's offsides. But if the men with the stripes signal, it's going to be a penalty.
And 27 there, that was Walker. Walker now played behind.
All of them have stripes. We're talking about the one orange band.
Absolutely. Smedley now backpedaling through. Van Allen with a nice extra shove there on Troda. Starting to get a little chippy out there. A nice play off the boards there. Swift backhand by number 10, Carroll. Walker has been phenomenal tonight, the freshman. Barberini ran into a roadblock. It's Captain Charles with the only goal tonight for Temple. Chips it off the board. Easy play by Morozov. Tape-to-tape beauty to Kiao. Kiao lets it unwind right into the glove of Ben Auerbach. A shot from the blue line by Kiao.
You know, I don't know why Charles Giazza would just play it off the boards right into the hands of Villanova again. They had a 3-man forecheck going, but once that saucer gets over across to the Villanova player on the right wing, there's really nothing you can do about it. Your advantage kind of goes away.
I just want to point something out, guys. Coming back on the ice from Villanova from the locker room, number 15, Max Williams. I don't know if he was getting something worked on or tweaked something, but he's just coming out for the second period for the Icecats.
Fowler now here to play. Tangled up. Beating him, though, was Matthews. And now chip back in. Knocked down. That was number 12, Kaiser. And a nice play here by Irie. A nice deke. Tried to go top left. Michael Irie, a great poke check and go. Excuse me, that was Sean Fowler. Sean Fowler, beautiful poke check and go. He did that all himself, just could not finish. And now playing is Klein. Klein tried to deke around. Bladen Reed wasn't fooled, and now Reed a chip. It's Matthews. Backhand, a redirect from his Villanova teammate in the slot. That was Blajda. Beautiful setup.
Now Sean Fowler doing his part a little bit. Andrew Kaiser earlier in the first period, he had a nice wrist shot. Michael Irie's been having chances all day. Now Sean Fowler.
I don't know what's going on with Mike's mic.
It keeps cutting in and out. Keeps turning off on me, Dylan.
Do you need more batteries? Is that the issue?
It may be.
All right.
That's what we have the second.
Deal with it for 8 minutes.
All right, 8 minutes without Mike. It's probably going to be the longest 8 minutes of the season, but
of my life.
Of our lives.
I'll be here just in and out.
He'll be here.
And he can hear us all.
And this is Hurwitz, number 19, who was caught up in a 2-on-1 scenario there, and now it's Moses. A nice easy poke. Will Green up the side. Will Green's been flying out there tonight, number 11. It's Janae. Easy brush. And now Moses off the board. Will Green fanned on it. Here to play is Jumo Kim. Plays it up the boards and into the netting, and we will get another stoppage of play and an extra Christmas card for this holiday season from Jumo Kim.
It's not the holidays yet. It's not even Halloween.
Well,
Do you get Halloween Christmas card? Wait, what?
It's always the
Halloween
holiday,
cards.
Dylan.
I guess if we're remaining seasonal with the broadcast, that probably would have been an extra scoop of candy in his basket.
What?
Either that or Jumo Kim just did not like Hurwitz's costume because that was an extra jab there at the end.
Gotcha. Costume is pretty scary.
Extracurricular activities is what we're getting at here, Dylan.
Extra.
It's beautiful. It's Friday night. Okay, Smedley now. Here to play for the Owls. It's Barberini. Settled down. Nice pressure by Kim. Morozov in a battle of the legs here with Van Allen. Morozov looks back. It's Giaza. Caught up on the blue line, tight roped.
Oh,
and
boy.
now here we go. Quick development here for the Villanova Icecats. Moving up into the slot. It was a nice shot. Glove down. It was Gilfilin and Ben Auerbach made a nice glove save. And this will be a penalty call.
Kyle Smedley's going to go to the box here. All started when Charles Giaza did not find his man and take the conservative play and pass it back to the defensive zone. He tried to hold on to it. Ended up being a 2-on-1 for the Icecats, and there she goes.
Yeah, Charles Giaza tried to do just a touch too much of that puck instead for just hitting along the boards again and deep. He had his back towards center ice and turned around kind of.
Oh, Mike.
Almost. And it's like right when he gets
He
to the
opens
climax.
himself up, and Villanova Icecats just took it the other way.
It's always right at the climax. That's the funniest part. It's always the climax. And it's Matthews here. Losing focus, you guys. Number 9 here for the Villanova Icecats. And Mackel cross ice, looking for Matthews. Just couldn't find him. Matthews, easy move on Hurwitz. Tried to beat him on the inside. It was Bowles. Bowles answering him on. It's Klein. Klein tried to connect there with Arena, who has a goal tonight. Klein, a nice one-handed play in by Klein, who took a shot there from Hurwitz. A good effort, all for none, though, because now Villanova will have to retrieve. With 1:28 to go on the power play, 6:43 to go here in the second. A pass to Makel, soccer style, plays it off. Puts on the brakes into the slot, knocked down into the shirt of Arena. Halvey now tried to go point blank. Auerbach stood tall. And now it's Mackel. Mackel from the top, a scorcher into the glove of Ben Auerbach. That had some extra hot sauce.
Oh, that had a lot of extra hot sauce, Taylor. A lot of extra hot
Beautiful
sauce.
shot through the slot. Ben Auerbach makes it look easy.
His
doesn't
glove's
it?
been looking good all day.
Makes
It's been
it look-
really good so far. 28 saves on 29 shots.
Michael, I got to ask you something. 1-1 here, 6:24. This is a big game for ECHA play. Who here in this period, or specifically, maybe doesn't even have to be on the ice right now, or are you looking to break out for Temple?
I don't know. I'm still going with Andrew Kaiser, but one person who is on the ice right now, I'll give it to you is Will Green, because he's been buzzing this period, been playing hard.
And now a one-timer from Mackel, too high into the netting. A good setup there from Carroll. Another stoppage with 45 seconds to go on the power play. Thank you if you are tuning in just now for watching our broadcast, the TU Ice Network. I'm Taylor Snyder on the call. Michael Zingroni behind the glass. Dylan Coyle, our director, producer, head man in charge, the backbone, whatever you want to call him. We got a 1-1 game here. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. A Mako on another drive again. Mike, I think he's just trying to show off his shot skill right now. His shot speed, excuse me.
Hey, Mike, do us a favor. Look down to your right. You'll see that Brandon LeBombard is currently standing outside of the rink. Jay Niemeyer caught that. What's going on with him? Try
So
to get the update
he's
on
just
that.
standing there. He doesn't have his right skate on, so I'm not sure if there's something wrong with his right foot, but he's just chilling there near the gate. I don't know if he doesn't look like
Almost. It's just right at the climax.
literally right at the climax, but he doesn't have his right skate on, so unsure if he can come back or not.
Fake the shot. A good setup there from Mackel. Tried to get the redirect was Carroll. Villanova has 11 seconds to go on the power play. Mackel winds up. Thought about it to his teammate Carroll. To Mackel on the one-timer. A whistle from the official.
This is going to end up being is he saying a hand pass? Believe so.
We'll see.
Or, yeah, I believe that possibly Jumno Kim is heading to the box.
Yep, indeed. And with 6 seconds to go on the Villanova Icecats power play, now Temple's going to get an opportunity.
Yeah, I'm not sure who he got tangled up with. I'll keep this up quick before my mic cuts out, but I'm not sure who he tangled up with, but in front of the net, looks like he got his skate in between the Temple player's legs and kind of interfered with him a little bit. So now we got 4-on-4.
4-on-4 indeed. For 6 short seconds, the face-off will be in the Villanova zone. Charles Giazza at the dot has the only goal tonight for the Temple Owls, and it was a beauty. Michael Irie. Irie to Janae. Janae from the point. Back to Irie. Janae. Top of the slot. Janae unwinds, and a nice defensive play there. Getting a stick on it for the Cats was Trotta. Here we go to Walker. Janae one-timer to Giazza off the pad. Loose in front. It was in midair. Knocked down Irie, and that is going to be a high stick.
Yeah, it was hit with a high stick, so the face-off's just going to come outside the blue line. The puck was just fluttering in the air. Nick Van Allen and Michael Irie got a little eager to knock that down.
Always a tough situation for sure, especially from that angle on the one time a puck just loose like that in the air. You don't really want to alarm Villanova like, hey, the puck's in midair. But it's hard to not make it too obvious, as you mentioned, Mike, with keeping your stick low. It's a tough play regardless of what position you're in.
Yeah, that puck gets in the air because Giazza's hard shot. He's been firing on the power play, so look for him this tryout.
1:22 to go here on the Temple power play that sent Jumo Kim off for what we believe is a hand pass. So now Temple will try to go 2 for 2 tonight on special teams after going 0 for 8 2 weeks ago versus Villanova. Past the trolley tracks is Giazza, nice and smooth. Giazza, twirl and swirl. It's now Irie. Irie, hard on the puck to Giazza. Janae's wide open at the slot, but one time to Janae, just too far back. Janae's timing was off. Tough. And now Walker up through the slot. Walker lets it go. Shot scores! Walk this way! 2-1 Owls!
What a shot. I am not sure if that went off Michael Irie in front maybe, but Walker with a beautiful low shot to the blocker side of Menez, and it just goes in, hits both posts, and it's 2-1 Temple.
Walk it like you talk it. Or in our case, Michael Walker, how you walk or talk it. If that even makes sense, I don't know. But you know what does make sense? The scoreboard. 2-1 Owls. 4:07 to go. And now it's Bulls. All even here, strength-wise at least. Temple on the scoreboard, though, up 2-1. We got 3:55 to go. It's now Bulls, 42. A play off the board, hand down here by Arena. Back past the trolley tracks. Backpedaling is Morozov. Arena up through neutral ice. Swift, smooth. Tried to go inside. A good play by Reed. Just goes around the world to Morozov. Sends it cross ice. Hallaby. A hard check there right into the glove of Auerbach.
Guys, Lombard, he's getting his right skate back on. I think he just had some equipment malfunction. He's lacing back up his right skate. He looks like he's going to throw it on and try to come out for the second period if get it on in time.
3:29 to go, and this is an interesting point in the game. The last time these two teams faced, it was only 1-0. So 3 goes in total, first 1. High pressure opportunities tonight for both teams. Goaltenders have held their own, 31-20. Shot total. It's Smedley for the Cherry and Ice to Barberini. Smedley been backpedaling a lot tonight, number 15. Thought about going back to Barberini. An easy play there to Zambella. There to chase now is Hurwitz. Can he beat him? He does. It's Hurwitz in the alley. Tangled up is Crossan. It's Crossan with Morozov. Morozov able to play it out. Subtle play by Klein. To Williams now. Poked away by Juno Kim. Handled solo by the Cats. Williams. Back to Kim. Kim looks up. Blocked down by Smedley. And back into neutral ice with 2:34 to go.
I'll tell you what, guys, Walker officially is going to get that goal unassisted. And Mark Trotta, the one who gave it away to him, is not happy. He slammed his stick down right after the red light went on. Probably the most frustrated I've ever seen a player. I mean, that's the reason the red light went on. He just got stripped of the puck.
A delayed offsides gives Temple a beautiful opportunity to change lines there with 2:07. Temple doing a good job here. When Villanova's able to get the puck deep, it's not deep for too long. The back check has been superb. Josh Moses now sweeps it to his teammate Elmer. Elmer just wasn't ready for the bouncing puck. A fast drive there by Fowler. Chippy player for Temple. It's Mackel with Green. Green eventually able to win the battle. One-time shot! Scores! Fowler! 3-2-1, Temple!
Earlier this period, Sean Fowler had a similar chance. He was in the slot, gets the puck past them. He holds on the puck for about 2 seconds, then takes a shot. Right here, as soon as he gets the pass, he just delivers it and sends it to the net, catches Jimenez off guard, and he beats him glove side. What a quick shot by Fowler, and it was a pretty shot as well. 3-1 Temple.
Sean Fowler, soap connoisseur by day, elite hockey player by night. 3-1, Temple in the lead with 1:32 to go in the second period. It's Moses. A shot into the slot, pass. Halavy tried to close it off. It's Giazza. Janae, number 7, been flying all over the ice like a whirling dervish. Here's now Klein. Klein into the pads. A redirect from Halavy, knocked down almost from Villanova. It's Arena trying to seam his way through Giazza and into the breadbasket. A shot from the top point was McCormack. Ben Auerbach brings the Temple faithful to their feet.
I was looking right over McCormick's shoulder, and Auerbach could not have been in better position. Gets that puck right in the chest. Ben Auerbach is feeling himself right now up to 31 saves on the night.
What an effort here from the Temple Owls in this second period alone. It was 1-0 20 minutes ago. The tables have turned here in Hatfield at Villanova's rink. What is a home game for Temple? A unique scenario for both the team, the broadcasters, and the fans indeed. And another stoppage of play result was the icing. So 53.9 to now go here in the second period. And we will get a face-off all the way down in Temple territory. Junmo Kim went in the box earlier. Temple able to capitalize on that opportunity. Was at the face-off there. It's now him trying to get around the official. A misunderstanding between the two. In the trapezoid, backpedals. Good break there by Williams. Kim, backhand. Played out by Ian Bowles, who's been strong in this period. Irie. Easy 50-50 battle there, and Temple able to push it back out was Bladen Reed. Off the boards, no icing called. Villanova play off the boards to Kim. Kim a nice poke, and Villanova almost tried to get a nice 2-on-1 opportunity. A good defensive play to get back there by Kaiser. Kaiser, a back check here with 11 seconds to go. It's Morozov for the Cats. Thought about putting on the brakes. He'll keep the gas going off the boards. And miscommunication into the slot is Bull's backhand. Almost was Kaiser there. Tried to get the leftovers. And that is how we end a wild second period of hockey here in Hatfield. 3-1. Temple is in the lead with 20 more minutes to go. Don't you go anywhere, though, because Mike Zingroni will be joining us shortly here in less than 30 seconds with a player of his choosing. And what a period for the home crowd here. I got Mike right now. I'm going to send it down to him. He's with the freshman, number 27, Mike Walker. Mike?
Yep, we're just waiting for everybody to clear off. Then we're going to step on the ice so you can see both of our pretty faces.
Absolutely.
Where are we going? Definitely on the ice right here. All right, guys, I'm with Mike Walker, who got the second goal of that period. I mean, you guys scored 3 goals that period, down 1-0 after the first. What was said in that locker room to get the boys going?
We just had to execute what we were doing last game, just keep going with what we had going the first game, because we couldn't get a goal, we couldn't buy one, so now we had to capitalize on the opportunities we had. So
last time you played Villanova, couldn't buy a power play goal either. Now you guys got 2 of them. What have you guys tried to
play, try to have it be more efficient, so that's why we're putting them away.
So what do you guys see from this period? What do you want to bring on to make sure you close this out and get a win?
Defense first, we'll play defense. The offense will come as, we're up 3-1, so we don't really need to put up goals. We just got to worry about not letting it.
Back up to you guys. Got the mic to work.
Technical difficulties there, but thank you, Mike, so much. Mike Walker, number 27, the freshman. Mike Zingrani doing great work tonight.
Hey, I'm trying my best.
100%. Hanging there tight. And as you can see, the mic just cut out again, Mike's hanging down there like a warrior.
We'll get you 2 pairs of AA batteries from
AA
Amazon.
batteries.
What I would do for AA batteries.
Mike's going to be 100% for this third period, and Temple has to be 100%. They got the 2-goal lead right now. They're looking to close that out. We're going to go to commercial real quick. I need a break, and you probably do too, but don't you go anywhere. 3-1, Temple in the lead. One more period to go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into the second intermission report. I am Mike Zingroni alongside Jay Niemeyer. It was a Temple Owls party in the second period as they net 3 goals. Charles Giazza, Mike Walker, and Sean Fowler all net 1 for the Owls, and the Temple is up 3-1 after the second period. Jay, an eventful second period, especially if you're a Temple fan. What did you see from up here?
I saw some of the best play I've ever seen from the Temple players at all this season, so I'm really excited about what they can do going forward if I'm in the locker room right now.
So what impressed you the most through that play? For me, it was the speed. They were flying with Villanova, keeping up stride for stride, and they're taking advantage of almost every opportunity they get. What impressed you the most?
For me, it was the power play. I spoke to Coach for the Coach's Corner this earlier before the game, and he said that they had been working on power plays, and it seems to have paid off.
Yeah, it definitely paid off. Last time these two teams met, Temple was 0 for 8 on a power play, did not notch 1 goal, and now they're 2 for 2 on a power play so far. But their only non-power play goal of the period was the 3rd goal from Sean Fowler. You wanted to talk about him heading this intermission. What do you want to say? Because he's been buzzing today.
Yeah, I said it at the first intermission. This is the perfect style of game for him. Every time I've seen him play Villanova, he's had a lot of fun. Looks like he's having fun again tonight.
Yep, Temple winning 3-1. Villanova is leading the shot total, however, 32-22. So a big part of this game for Temple is goalie Ben Auerbach, and he's been on today. There's just really no other way to say it. 31 saves on 32 shots. What have you liked from the goalie's performance?
Everything, really. He's been great. He's always great. The fact that he can see 32 shots in 40 minutes and come out, and I know he's going to be ready for the third period. He's going to be fine. Some NHL teams don't even get 32 shots in an entire game, so he's got a heavy workload, and he's ready for it.
So after the first intermission, Andrew Kaiser said, Temple doesn't like Villanova. Villanova doesn't like Temple. We saw some physicality in the second period. Are you looking for a little bit more physicality in the third period? And if so, which team are you looking for to really push the bill in that regard?
I think that Villanova is going to be pretty upset about being behind, so I think they're gonna challenge Temple physically, and I think Temple's up to the challenge, but it's going to come from Villanova first.
All right, so if you were head coach Pat Carroll, you were in that locker room right now after the second party period, Temple's up 3-1. What are you telling the boys to make sure they can close this out and get their first victory against Villanova in a very long time?
Keep your feet moving, keep the party going.
Keep the party going, and we're going to look to keep the party going right after this break, and we'll be back with Taylor Snyder on the call, me behind the glass, and Dylan Coyle on color.
Two periods in the books, one more to go. 3-1, Temple in front. Wastes no time. 3-2, and Villanova just 15 seconds into the third period cuts this to 1.
Auerbach's going to want that back. He's shaking his head, looking at his glove. He had it. He had it lined up, had his glove on it, wasn't able to hold on, and just nips off the end of that trapper and trickles in. Tough break for Temple to start this third period.
Apologies for all who did not see that one. We're trying to work out some technical bugs, so you'll just hear us for the time being.
If you did not see it, just 15 seconds into this period, it was Tim Arena who has both goals tonight for the Villanova Icecats. Cuts this to 1, and that could not have gone better for Villanova. Still plenty of time, 19:29 to go to be exact, and that is not the start you want if you're Temple. And it's Walker who has a goal tonight. Tried to play it back to his teammate Giazza. Both teams switch side, and now it's Arena in a 2-on-1 scenario, almost able to beat Reed. It's Van Allen past the trolley tracks. Giazza couldn't settle, and now here comes Arena again. Swift. It's Matthews into the slot, tried to reach the stick of Hallaby, and Matthews cleaned up his own mess, but it was Auerbach who stood tall.
Auerbach did a great job of tracking the puck through a bunch of feet because Matthews tried to get it into the slot. It just couldn't find its way through. It stood there, but Auerbach, laser focused, finds that puck and just eats it up with his chest.
And with 19:01 to go here, the puck will now be played into Temple zone. It's Ben Auerbach, still in net tonight for the Owls. Phenomenal performance. Saved. A nice swift move from the Villanova Icecats. Moving up to the side, it's now Moses playing it for Temple. From the top point sent there was Duffy, number 21. Duffy had a great opportunity early on. And set high there from the Villanova Icecats. Could not close. That was number 15, Wax Williams. Settled down now, blocked down by Reed. Here comes Fowler moving with it. Fowler now in neutral ice. Up the side of the board, chipped in and right into the breadbasket of Jimenez. And now Villanova forced to cover up.
Thank you for dealing with us through those difficulties. We are back in working order. I think it's a good thing that no one got to see that goal because, you know, who wants to see that goal?
You want to know what else is working is my mic. I got a fresh pack of batteries, and you guys will have me this whole period.
Indeed we will. Mike's on the mic, by the way. We'll say that. We're going to keep saying that till we can't. And now it's Green moving up with it for the Cats. Big body. That's number 48, Patrick Keogh. Keogh falls to the ice to his teammate, blocked down in front. And the back alley is Hurwitz. Hurwitz now put it on the tape for Green. Green has been skating well in this contest, plays it off the boards. Green now in the back. It's Hurwitz applying the pressure. And on the brakes is Villanova. The last time these two teams faced, it was 1-0.
There will be a tripping call coming up. Not sure exactly who it was. Who last touched the puck?
It's Barberini, number 55 for the Owls. Villanova's going to have a 5-on-4 advantage here.
It's actually
Will Green.
Yep, Will Green's going into the box.
It was Alex Barberini who was arguing with the official, but Green's actually going to be the one to get the call. I think Barberini was just trying to get an explanation.
And he looks pretty confused, Will Green. He has his palms up in the air like, who, me?
Yeah, I think it was confusing all around. Barbs was able to get an explanation, wasn't too satisfied with it. So now 5-on-4. Not a good start here in the third period for Temple.
Perhaps the worst possible start you can have to a period when you're up by 2.
It's now Matthews to Mackel. Mackel has a cannon. Be mindful. It's Klein. Back to Matthews. Matthews right near the face-off circle. Whiffs on it. There to clean it up is the Cats. Hurwitz, a good defensive play, and pushes it out. A great play by Hurwitz, and an extra jab at the end by the freshman.
What active sticks on his penalty kill? First, Kyle Smedley breaks up a pass, and Hurwitz, using his active stick, gets the puck out.
And now it's the Cats. Here is Klein. Klein tried to connect with Matthews, picked off by Smedley. Kicked down is Klein. Halvey thought about sending it in. Arena covered up nicely. It's now Mackel. Mackel winds up and into the breadbasket of Ben Auerbach. A fierce drive by Mackel. 16:40 to go here in the third. 1:08 left on the penalty. Will Green in the box for the Owls. If you're just now tuning in, it's 3-2. Temple still in front, but Villanova just 15 seconds into this period cut this thing to 1, and they still have 1:06 left of 5-on-4. In the back, it's Reed. Nova, nice and easy. A big chance for them in this game. Into the slot, blocked down by Giazza. Now to chase it is Van Allen. It's a 2-on-1. Can Van Allen beat him inside? And an aimless shot just kind of went too high at the net. Couldn't find the angle. And out of play on the boards there was Reed, and off him.
Taylor, that play does not get started unless Ian Bowles with his stick just swinging it around, being able to get it in the way, and Villanova doesn't get a chance because of it.
Ian Bowles, number 42, was very aggressive in that second period especially, skating hard, and as you mentioned, Mike, the difference maker on some of these breakups and these opportunities for the Cats.
Just saw a replay of the penalty. John McCormick was it's a soft call. Will Green was trying to chase the puck behind the Villanova net. John McCormick moved his body to the left of the post of the Villanova net, and Green just moved into him because McCormick braced for him and kind of stood his ground. So it's a soft call by a lot of imagination. You know, I don't like going on the refs at all, but, you know, come on.
Falcon Jimenez, the young netminder, number 35 for the Villanova Icecats tonight. Have not talked about him too much, but he has been very good in this game. And in this period alone has not faced too much opportunity. Temple has got to change that. In the back there, the bench really wanted a puck battle there. Or they wanted Villanova to win the puck battle. They couldn't win it. And now it's Bowles again, number 42.
Back to 5-a-side, boys.
5-a-side all even. Good point there, Dylan, with 15:15 to go. And now it's Klein off the boards. Into the back alley, it's Janae. To his teammate LeBombard. LeBombard took a nice shot there from Morozov. Good shoulder check. And right to Aaron Crossan! Stood tall! Oh my goodness! Falcon Jimenez with the save of the year. Aaron Crossan was all alone on Slot Island. And Falcon Jimenez was trying to end the vacation early. Unbelievable. 3-2 still. What a save.
Aaron Carlson, he's had chances all day. None better than that one, but just shoots it right into the glove of Jimenez. If he gets a little bit more elevation, it could be 4-2 Temple right now.
I was in disbelief. Very rarely, whether it's this level or the highest, do you ever see anyone that wide open one-on-one. A beautiful save by Falcon Jimenez. And now it's Moses for the Owls. Morozov beats him to it. Able to get it to his teammate Matthews, who connects with Arena. Good passing there, Arena to Halvey. Halvey moves through ice, goes inside. A nice deke, tried to beat Zambella, go 5-hole, could not finish. And Auerbach gloves it down.
Villanova's leading goal scorer, number 12, Halvey. He's got an assist tonight, but he doesn't have a goal, and he looked like he really wanted one right there, trying to tie it up, but couldn't.
And what do we got here? I just saw 2 minutes go up. Is this a power play, Mike?
Yep.
It
It looks
is.
like Aaron Carlson's in the box.
Aaron
I couldn't tell. He
Carlson.
was buried behind that wall right there, but yep.
I missed
Temple's
that.
on the penalty kill.
Oh, boy. And Temple once again backs against their wall. They hold the 3-2 advantage, but they got 1:53 to kill here. Can they do it again? Villanova has their gunners out there. The puck is caught in between Barberini and Arena. It's a game of chicken. Eventually getting it out is Barberini.
What fight from Barberini right there.
Unbelievable fight.
What strength.
And now it's Klein. Easy with it. Moving nicely is Tim Arena, who has put himself in great position all night to score, number 14. A thing of beauty. Falcon Jimenez. Puck kind of got away off his stick there. Had to be easy. Van Allen did a good job of applying the pressure. Halevy around back, tried to tighten that one in there to Matthews. Getting a stick on it was Giazza. Villanova kind of struggling here to get the puck out. A good breakout there by Arena. Takes it himself. Arena around the alley now. Wrap around, posted up at the top, and a whistle by the official.
Too many men.
Too many men.
So it looked like, I caught the end of that, it looked like, I'm not sure who it was, I think it was Max Williams for Villanova. He just stepped over the boards kind of for no reason, which gave Villanova 6 men. I'm not sure what happened, a little miscommunication on the Villanova bench, but nonetheless, they get a too many men minor. We got them 4-on-4.
It was subtle indeed. I think the only person who saw that was the Villanova bench themselves and the official. But Villanova, guilty as charged, and this is quite a break here for the Temple Owls, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, as big of a break as you can for Temple. You just give Villanova 2 straight power plays, a chance to tie it. I mean, you kind of just get a gift right here from Villanova.
Both teams are 4-2 overall on the year, 0-0. This is the first ECHA game that will count between these two teams. And now it's Villanova around Janae. That was 48, Patrick Keogh, a big man swifting around Mike Janae. And now it's Irie trying to go top left, could not close on that. Matt Janae, number 7, been skating well all night, but caught alone, almost made a costly mistake.
4-on-4 hockey between these two teams is just going to be magnificent. It's been fast all night. I can't wait for some open ice.
Irie with a great pass to Kaiser. Good skating there by Kaiser. He just got caught in between 2 cats. LeBombard, a nice drive right to try to go 5-hole, 44
Oh my
across
goodness.
the goal mouth. Wide open in the goal mouth. There was no one there to sign the check.
LeBombard just with that second chance effort put it right across the goal line. Did not go in. My, oh my. Lucky that he didn't put that in himself.
All 7 other players gave up on the play besides LeBombard.
LeBombard, number 44, a great drive, ricocheted off the board. He was the lone owl, almost went 5-hole. And now it's LeBombard who was kept out early in that second period, back on the ice for the Owls. It's Smedley.
And the power play has started. The Draft Horse power play, 42 seconds remaining in it.
Indeed, the Draft Horse power play. Good call, Dylan. And now it's Charles Giazza trying to do himself, just not the smartest decision. It's Walker who will play it around the boards deep. Eventually, Giazza will maintain. Giazza to Janae, back to Giazza. Beautiful passing. It's Giazza off the pipe. A wrist shot from Charles almost made Jimenez pay.
I believe that hit Jimenez's mask and went out of play. Not the pipe itself, taking it off, just making sure that it's all good. What a ripper.
Yep, it hit his mask. I'm sure Captain Charles was having some flashbacks from the first goal right there. Same spot, different side of the ice. He tried to roof it, but hits Jimenez right in the face.
You know, back to that LeBombard opportunity, I think that it kind of, he's, you know, got that effort instilled from his days in the Marine Corps.
Mike Walker, the freshman, who has a goal tonight, an unbelievable goal, if I may add. And now it's Giazza to Janae, just too much sauce, couldn't get it settled down. And now it's Walker back to Janae at the top. Janae through the top, follow-up opportunity! St. Nick is coming to town! 4-2 Temple!
Oh, sweet salvation, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Van Allen getting his stick on the puck. All you have to do sometimes is just throw the puck on net. And when you throw the puck on net, good things are going to happen. Nick Van Allen, he is always buzzing around, always acting as a pest. And that happens when you get in front. It's 4-2.
Matthew Gannett, he's been trying to get the puck on net every single power play opportunity he gets. That's been evident. He throws it in. I think it was actually Michael Irie who got that goal. It didn't touch VA at the end. Nick Van Allen was pointing at Michael Irie on the bench, so it looks like it's the freshman's 5th goal of the season.
Michael Irie in his first year as a Temple Owl. Unbelievable. 4-2 lead for the Owls. Michael Irie, as Mike mentioned, gets his 5th on the year.
What a deflection by Irie, because he easily could have deflected it, try to get some air on it, but it was a good shot on the ice by Gannett, and Michael Irie deflects it, keeps it on the ice, and it goes right in Jimenez's wickets.
3 goals coming on the Draft Horse power play tonight.
Played off, and now it's Arena in the back. Arena to the top. It was sent down in the slot. Knocked down, a rebound, a follow-up. Ben Auerbach, 3 straight phenomenal saves. Richie Halevy, how did he not finish? 4-2.
Because Ben Auerbach's right pad was there. That's why he didn't finish. What a save from Ben Auerbach. Sprawling, but able to keep that puck out after 2, even 3 chances from the Icecats.
A great series from the Villanova Icecats. Still 4-2. Trying to get the quick response. Had the right idea, but Ben Auerbach proving why he is one of the best in the entire conference tonight. Only 2 goals allowed. Tangled up is Elmer now with Matthews. It's now Halevy, who's been booming tonight. Business is booming in the Halevy household for sure. But he got caught up there in a battle with Hurwitz. Hurwitz, quick drive, now it's Halevy again to his teammate. And now sent out to the slot, a follow-up opportunity for Halevy. Net came off. It was Matthews in front. Halevy had the opportunity, but Bowles was standing in just the right place there to get it out for Temple.
I'm questioning whether or not this is a penalty on Temple, actually. Looks like it might be a penalty. Yep, cross-checking.
Oh, boy.
And another Richie's penalty kill upcoming for the Owls. Not something you want to keep gifting the Icecats.
A good opportunity for Villanova to cut this back to 1. It was a 1-goal lead just moments ago, but as Mike mentioned, it was Irie off the Van Allen help that put Temple 2 goals ahead. And so now it's Junmo Kim with Giazza at the circle. And it is a Richie's penalty kill for the Owls, trying to keep this a 2-goal lead. Can they do it? It's Giazza around the boards back. Klein whiffed on it. Van Allen now, quick stick play by Bowles. He'll get back. It's Junmo Kim, nice and easy. Kim moves to his back feet, and now brushes it back to his teammate. At the top is Mackel. Mackel, a nice snapshot, subtle into the glove of Ben Auerbach with 1:35 to go on the power play.
So Ben Auerbach on the first shot of the period let in a goal he would definitely like to have back, and he's been making up for it throughout these next 10 minutes. Just amazing glove save through traffic right there. Not sure how you track that one.
1:32 to go in the power play. Mackel, nice and easy. Villanova looking for their window. A shot that was blocked down by Barberini. It's Berglund, back to Mackel. Mackel's at the top. Looks over to Williams. It's Williams now on the follow-up opportunity, knocked down and out of the Temple zone. A great defensive play by Nick Van Allen.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Barberini had a block shot right there.
He did.
That's his second big block shot on the penalty kill this game.
Villanova's power play is just too stagnant. If they want to get some pucks on the net, they've really got to move some more.
And that was a shot from number 15 on the Villanova Icecats, Max Williams, who's been hurt a lot tonight. But it was about the play for Mackel there. A nice easy chip in.
To your point, Dylan, Villanova is just standing in one spot. They're not moving around too much, which is making it easy for Temple to get their sticks in the passing lane and making it hard for the Icecats to really make this power play work.
It's now Mackel. Villanova having trouble with breakouts here in the third period. And this is going to come all the way back for an icing.
And that just proves your point, Dylan. An icing on a power play doesn't bode well to how good the unit's clicking.
That goal took a lot of the steam and the wind out of Villanova's, steamboats, if you will.
Steamboats, huh?
Yes, steamboats.
I like that.
I didn't know where I was going with it after I said
neither.
steam.
Hey,
It works. It still works.
I don't really know where we've been going with a lot of things tonight. But, we've been letting it work. It's now Matthews, who tried to connect with Arena, who has 2 goals tonight, the only 2. Seems to be able to do it all, Tim Arena. Playing it back to Halevy. Halevy, a nice chip over the stick to Arena. Arena up the right wing into the slot. A smooth move by Ben Auerbach with a good save. And now a quick opportunity. It's Will Green. Can we get a 2-on-1 opportunity? We cannot. A great defensive play by who else? Tim Arena. And now it's Halevy. Halevy moving up the right wing into the slot now. Another pickpocket by Temple at the blue line. This one got whistled.
Too many men.
Too many men.
That's going to be too many men on Temple.
Unbelievable. And now Temple is going to pay the price.
I think Michael Irie jumped on a little too quick when Will Green was hopping off. Got a little too eager seeing that biscuit coming his way. And it looks like a bench minor.
There was a time where there were no penalties given out in this game so far. That is long gone.
What is this, the 7th penalty of this period? Six penalty?
On Temple?
No, just collectively.
I mean, come on. There's been so many penalties. Temple's been taking a lot of minors. Some not so smart, some ticky-tacky. But if you're talking about both teams, Villanova, they've given up 3 power play goals. So special teams is more important if you're talking about what's going to happen with Villanova going on the power play.
Temple assistant coach Frank Bluss, he was just talking with the refs. They smiled at the end, so it looks like it was a friendly exchange, but I think he just wanted to let the boys in stripes know that he wasn't pleased with that call.
An advantage for the Villanova Icecats. 8:12 to go. As Mike explained, too many men on the ice for Temple. So now the same thing that gave Temple an opportunity to extend their league moments ago will now come back to hurt them. What a game. Friday nights are the best, man. It's even better when you can get this. And Mackel, a scorcher off the stick of Van Allen. Mike, Mackel has an absolute rocket.
He has an absolute cannon. Nick Van Allen, he gets his stick in front of there, and that puck just shot up through the roof. I'm surprised it didn't make a hole in the roof because that had some steam behind it.
I'm getting the indication here from my head producer right now. Oh, boy. It seems like the camera was frozen on our cameraman, Jay Niemeyer, who was able to jump in front. Can never be too safe with the equipment. Come on. Can never be too safe. It's Jumo Kim, whose name has just been written all over this game. He's been out there a lot playing heavy minutes. Kim now with a shot. Another block by 55, Alex Barberini. That big body's coming in well here for Temple. It's Klein. the face-off circle. Tried to get it back to Mackle. He was not ready, had his stick up. Mackle settles it down to Williams. Villanova bench hoping for some puck movement right now, signaling for better cycle. It's now Williams. Williams to Berglund. And then from the top, it was Junmo Kim who had a point-blank shot right into the pads of Auerbach.
Dylan, there was little to no movement from the Villanova power play right there, right into the last 5 seconds, which allows them to get that good chance in the slot.
Absolutely, Mike. That entire series, the Villanova bench screaming, cycle, cycle, move the puck. Not nearly enough for Villanova, and they only have 32 seconds to do something about this. It's now Sean Fowler just looking to play it out. It will get out. Villanova's going to have to restart with 21 to go, 21 seconds. It's Klein. Klein tried to reach his teammate Carroll. Sloppy passing from the Wildcats right now. Down 2 in the third period. Carroll around Fowler. It's now Matthews to Morozov. Morozov looks back and sloppy again. Another bad pass from the Villanova Wildcats. Terrible puck movement right now.
Even strength.
Even strength indeed, and now it's Matthews. A nice swift move around Zambella into the slot. It was Arena. Tried to get his stick into the high traffic. It was Fowler who was able to lift it. And now playing up is Carroll. Carroll, a curveball that was knocked down, had some off speed. It's Bowles quick to it. Zambella, a chip off the boards. It's Crossan in a battle with Morozov. The official has his arm up. I heard a couple of hockey words there, Mike. That was not a friendly exchange between Crossan and Morozov.
Interference is being called here.
Yep, that's
That
what
is
it's looking like.
indeed the call, 100%. And
Yep, Crossan was going after the puck, but Morozov decided to throw a hip check on him when the puck was 10 feet away, and unfortunately you can't do that.
it did appear that way. So Temple now on the draft horse power play with 5:42 to go, up 2 goals in this contest. Here we go. Can they extend their lead? Matt Genet now, it's Diaz, and Matt Genet winds up to the slot, right into the pads of Jimenez.
Captain Charles and Gannett have been looking for that play each and every single power play. The first few opportunities, Captain Charles just couldn't put it on the tape of Gannett, but that one he does right there. Gannett with a rocket shot.
It's Van Allen out there now. It's Irie moving around back. Good puck movement here from the Owls. It's Genet. Now Genet to Charles Giaz, a one-timer. Charles had the wide open cage, just could not close on the top right. Puck loose in the slot, eventually settled down. It's Giaza again, thought about shooting, doesn't, to Walker, lets it go, and the puck is loose. Van Allen after the fact, extracurricular activities. Who's gonna get the first holiday card?
Oh, boy, you got to be really careful right here.
Oh, boy.
Nick Van Allen's in the middle of it. Now we've got another little scrap going on with Mike Walker. This is, in college hockey, you are not allowed to fight, but you can get just a complete game misconduct. And it looks like
that's Mark Trotta.
Mark Trotta's fired up. He needed his teammate to hold him back, and he needs some of the refs to yell at him. He was livid.
It was Mark Trotta,
Wait,
number 90.
is he telling Michael Irie to get off the ice?
I think they might be escorting Nick Van Allen into the penalty box.
I think Van Allen.
It looks like it's just Van Allen for Temple going in there.
It is. It's just Van Allen going in. So as of right now, Trotta is the only one off.
Yep, Trotta and Van Allen both going in for their respective teams.
It was Trotta who was getting into it with Van Allen. Off the play was Irie. He is going in the box as well.
Irie's now in the box as well. Interesting.
So that makes sense because it was Irie off the play who got into a bit of a shoving match with Eddie Klein. Now, it'll be interesting to see if Villanova has anyone in the box. Mike, what can you see?
Well, they already have number 18.
That's Morozov.
Nikita Morozov. He was in the box for his interference minor, but right now it is just Mark Trotta in for Villanova due to this little debacle. Then we have Michael Irie and Nick Van Allen in for Temple. And I'm not sure. I couldn't really get the best view from over here, Taylor, but what could you see on that? It looked like Nick Van Allen and Mark Trotta were kind of the two instigators to that one.
So Nick Van Allen was definitely caught in the middle. Trotta was fired up. So was Van Allen, to be fair.
Hey, Nick Van Allen's a fiery guy. VA likes to get after it.
It makes sense that if anything were to come out of this scenario, I assume Trotta and Van Allen will be getting the worst of this. Irie in the box does make sense to me. He was off the play, but I guess what confuses me is Klein was the one involved, but he doesn't seem to be in there.
So I think Irie pulled a little bit of a Brad Marchand and speared a guy in areas that are not
that should not be speared
should
upon.
not be speared.
They're not ECHA regulations.
I would
Yes.
love to hear what the refs are saying right now.
I don't know, but right now we got a couple of the Villanova players out here who they just want an explanation. I think everyone in this building is trying to figure this out right now, but
All right, look, head official's calling over the captain, so we should be getting a call soon.
we got our head producer here, Dylan Coyle.
All
who
right,
has
Nick Van Allen, he's coming out of the box. I'm not sure if it's for some type of misconduct maybe, or maybe a major penalty. Looks like the lineman's talking to Trotta as well.
Our head producer, Dylan Coyle, is peeping his head out the press box right now. Who let us know what he hears here.
Well, on the scoreboard, it says Nick Van Allen has a 7-minute penalty. So not sure how accurate that is or if that's actually very accurate.
If that now
Captain Charles looks aggravated after talking to the ref.
it depends where this will be, because does this result in the game misconduct? We know Brendan Ondick not playing tonight, number 10 for the Owls, because of the game misconduct.
Yep,
And
and
Allen's
Van
off.
Allen, he's getting escorted. He's shaking his head. He does not look happy.
Nick Van Allen skating off. That's a game misconduct with 5:07 to go.
So Captain Charles Giazzi, he's talking to head coach Pat Carroll right now, and Carroll looks very, very perplexed. And these Temple parents, they aren't happy with it either.
If you are just now tuning in, well, you kind of missed a little bit.
Just a little bit.
It's 4-2
Actually, a
Temple.
lot.
It's 4-2 Temple. We got 5:07 in the third. Nick Van Allen, number 25, has just been sent off. Dylan, what did you hear?
So what I was hearing is that Mark Trotta is done for the game. I believe they're giving him a 5, a 2, and a misconduct. But also, as you see, Nick Van Allen is, I think, a 5 and a game. Not exactly sure. We're going to get the announcements now. So 2, 5, and a game for Van Allen.
Ouch. Nick Van Allen currently off in the corner talking with his teammates who are not suited up for tonight. So Van Allen is dismissed. Trotta is dismissed too. The only two players to be sent off now, but penalty calls looks like they will follow through.
So
A confusing
Michael
sequence.
Irie, I also believe, got some of the whistle. Mike, could you hear down what happened?
Well, I just talked to Nick Van Allen, and he said the ref gave him a 2 for slashing and a 5 for spearing. But it didn't look like Van Allen was in really position to spear because it looked like they were close. But I couldn't get the best angle. But Nick Van Allen is not happy because he said he wasn't in position to spear anybody. But that's what he just told me.
Captain Charles Giazza for the Temple Owls having a word with the two officials. In the corner over here, it's Villanova asking for an explanation.
I think it's fair to say that the draft horse power play for the time being is over.
Yes, I would agree, Dylan.
They're still discussing.
There's
This
still
is very long.
There's still discussion. We know at this point that Trotta and Van Allen are dismissed. The question is how long it'll take till we can get this show back on the road. There's still 5:07 left on the clock. It's only a 2-score game.
It could end up being the rest of the game. Villanova is on the power play. So, oh boy. If it's a 5 for spearing, then they'll get around 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes of power play time.
Well, we got 4-on-4 right here because I'm assuming Trotta's and Van Allen's penalties, since they were both sent off, might be were they both 5-minute majors and offsetting?
Because it's a game also, I believe that Van Allen will be out, and obviously Mark Trotta, I think, will also be out. So this is dangerous. If Temple can get a goal in the next minute 20, though, there will be a little more breathing room, but having to kill off a major for 3.5 minutes up to with the goalie going to the bench, it's going to be a lot.
Always good to do some networking on a Friday night. Mark Trotta and Nick Van Allen, future career mates indeed. And now it's Villanova, still down 4-2. It's 4:35 to go. It's now Mackel, the captain, who's just going to play that deep. Mackel's got a nice shot on him. Just hasn't been able to close any tonight. It's Charles Giazza now, swifting through, trying to go inside a deke. Couldn't get by the defenseman. Playing it nicely was Carroll. And it's Carroll to his teammate Mackel. Mackel to Matthews. Matthews with a right deke. Tried to play around. Scooping it up was Halvey, but it's Kaiser with an easy poke check. It's now Matthews with a toe drag around Captain Charles, but it was actually Matt Genet there, number 7, who got a stick on it to force it into the netting.
You know, I'm curious how they are going to be, administering this 7-minute, power play. Obviously hasn't started yet. Is the minor going to be first, or will it be the major? If it's the minor, then when it gets to 5 minutes, it's going to keep rolling down. Or if it's the major first, then 2 minutes becomes that point. Right now there's 3:49 on the clock, 5:42 on the Van Allen penalty, 3 seconds left on this 4-on-4. Now it's 5-on-4 with 3:39 remaining. For the rest of the game, Villanova will be on the man advantage.
Indeed, Dylan, good point. And that is essentially an extra, it's a cheating, basically. It's an extra power play almost. So Villanova, Arena now. Barberini, once again, right where he needs to be, blocks that shot down.
Man, this is an extremely intense time. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left. We're about to be at that 5-minute interval. You're going to have to look at the net for Villanova. Jimenez, he might be coming out really soon.
6-on-4 would be deadly for the Villanova Wildcats. It would be even more deadly if they could get a goal here. And that was Klein with a nice shot from the point. It's now Mackel handling.
I'm surprised he isn't at the edge of his crease just looking.
Yeah, he's staring at his coaches right now.
Jimenez looking down at his coaches, as Mike mentioned. Can't get away now, though, because it's Captain Charles.
Oh,
a beautiful pass to LeBombard. LeBombard all alone. Can he close? Whiffs on it. It was Brandon LeBombard. And Falcon Jimenez at a one-on-one date at Ruth's Chris's Steakhouse. He just couldn't close out.
2.5 minutes left.
2.5 to go. 4:22. The power play will last the rest of the game, so a man advantage. It's now Mackel. Tendy still in net for the Wildcats. Mackel into the slot. A redirect there from Arena just wide.
What work by the penalty-killing unit right here. The Owls are getting a change. Green's on. Elmer, Ian Bowles, and the last man there is Bladen Reed.
No idea why the Icecats still have their goalie in the crease. I mean,
they can't get the puck out of the zone.
Well, now, but when they were in the zone.
As I mentioned in that second period and in this third period, zone entries tonight for the Villanova Wildcats just really underwhelming. It's really been the Achilles heel for them. And just now we're seeing it on full display. Will Green, just these tiny little poke checks are making it hard on them. And he is out. Falcon Jimenez to the bench. 6-on-4, down 2 with 1:38. Villanova trying to tie it up. It's now Halvey. Halvey into the slot. Followed up there. Could not close. A great defensive play by Ian Bowles. And now it's Carroll. Carroll to Halvey. Halvey played out in front on the follow-up opportunity. Puck still loose. It's Auerbach. Madness and tailing. What a sequence by Ben Auerbach. And it's Arena fires into the paddock. Glove saving an opportunity. Followed up by number 48, Patrick Keough. And his teammates approve. Big Ben Auerbach standing tall.
Mike, what is the crowd acting like right here?
They're going crazy. I literally right down the glass from me, I have Brandon Ondick, Nick Van Allen, and Jack Pierce. They're going nuts. They were screaming Auerbach's name, banging on the glass. 3-4, just incredible saves from Ben Auerbach. Incredible, and the fans behind me, they're loving it. Really juiced up.
A shot hit Auerbach in the mask, and I'll tell you what, there are very few goaltenders at this level of Division I club hockey that you'd want in the crease when you're up late in a game. 51 shots on goal, 49 saves, and a lot of them have been pristine saves. It reminds you kind of the value that somebody like Carter Hart brings to the Flyers. You have someone in goal who can come up with huge saves when the defensive lapses are there. We saw it last season when it was a 10-2 game. Auerbach was not in net. And then, I'll tell you what, it's very different right now.
1:15 to go here in the third period. Head coach Tyler George of the Villanova Wildcats just called a timeout. Mike, if you are head coach Tyler George, what are you drawing up here? Personally, I'm trying to get Arena in the slot at every cost.
I'm trying to get Arena into the slot, and I'm trying to get off a quick shot. They got to get bodies moving and get pucks towards the net.
It's Mackel from the top, off the pad of Auerbach, and now it's Arena. Arena to Klein. Klein, easy. Lets it go. Blocked down in front by Auerbach. It's Mackel. Backpedals, Mackel in, blocked down there by LeBombard. Brandon LeBombard with a great series here. Mackel, a fake shot pass. Shot fired off by Tim Arena. Went wide of the net. Arena again. Mackel ready to unload. Broken up by Captain Charles. It's a leg race between Charles and Arena. Charles tangled up and falls down to the ice. It's Arena. Swift move, deke right to the right wing into the slot. Follow-up opportunity, great save by Ben Auerbach. Arena tried to close his own rebound with 30 seconds to go in regulation. Both teams 4-2, 0-0 in ECHA play. Temple looking to beat Villanova for the first time in quite some time. 18 seconds to go, no icing on the play. Here comes Matthews, 6-on-4 still. Played off, it's Halevy, 10 seconds to go past the blue line. And an offsides called by the official with 8 seconds to go. And the Temple faithful knows the Ice Owls are just 8 seconds away from beating Villanova here tonight.
They're loving it. This is probably one of the most electric Temple crowds I've seen at a Temple ice hockey game over these last 2 seasons.
6 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. 3. And on this Friday night, it is the Temple Owls. Will that go count?
I don't think that goal's going to count.
I don't think they're going to count it, but it doesn't matter anyway, because on this Friday night, the Temple Owls come out victorious over the arch rival Villanova Icecats to go to 5-2 on the season and 1-0 in ECHA play. A phenomenal performance tonight by number 31, Ben Auerbach. Captain Charles on the board for Temple. Mike Walker, the freshman. Irie, too. It was a phenomenal performance, top to bottom. What a win by Temple. Fell all 3 times to the Villanova Icecats last season. 2 weeks ago, faced them in the City Showcase. The game did not count. Temple lost 1-0 after beating former national qualifier Drexel to get there. And to be 5-2 at this point in the season, cannot ask for anything better if you're the Temple Owls. What a performance tonight. And don't you go anywhere. Mike Zingroni will have a player of his choosing to talk to after the Temple Owls victory tonight.
Who are you guys feeling? I'm feeling man of the hour, Ben Auerbach.
I think you got to go.
Because he just, I mean, the way he's throwing his head at the end of the third period, I think he deserves a little talking to.
I think we got to go here with number 31, Ben Auerbach, and we will try to get some insight on what exactly was going through his head in a game like that, especially there in the final minutes. Villanova had their chance there. The man advantage, the game misconduct to Nick Van Allen gave them a 6-on-4 chance with the goalie pulled. Temple stood their ground. The scoreboard currently does read 5-2 final score. I somehow think we're going to go with that. Charles must have scored that goal with under a second left on the clock. It was awfully close. And finally, number 31, Ben Auerbach.
So, guys, I will get Ben. He just said 1 second. So he's just going to dress down real quick.
Dousing in affection and love and care.
I think this is the most hyped up I've seen this team, I mean, from my whole time being around them.
What a win. I mean, the first conference win of the year.
The emotions.
Well, we have a second here. I want to keep you on here, Mike. First conference win of the year, and they were able to do it by getting 5 goals on the board. There's a lot of good things that went well tonight for the Temple Owls. What's the one thing you think went the best?
The way they handled adversity, we can talk about the power play, we can talk about their penalty kill, we can talk about Ben Auerbach, but I think the way they handled adversity was just incredible today. I mean, up 3-1 after the second intermission. Villanova gets a goal early in the third period. Temple gets another one on the power play and just keeps hammering it on, and eventually it gets to 5-2 victory. And even at the end of the first period, giving up a goal in the final minute, but coming out that second period, just firing. The way this team handled adversity was something I really haven't seen like that yet.
Zamboni coming on here. It's closing time at Hatfield Ice House. Please stay tuned, though. Number 31, Ben Auerbach, will be joining us shortly.
If the Zamboni doesn't run me over.
The Zamboni doesn't run Mike over. We may have to conclude this outside of the glass, but You know, Mike, to your point, it's always a great thing when you can get number 5 on the board, too. Charles Giazza, the captain, with an absolute scorcher. And Michael Walker, number 27, 17, Irie, the freshman, too. Both Mikes getting on the board. This is a Temple ice hockey team that is deeper. And it's becoming more and more evident as the games come on. And I think it's going to play huge for them going on into conference play.
Guys, they are partying in the locker room. I mean, their
Shirts are off.
Yep, their
Shirts are off.
They are going nuts in the locker room right
Seems
now.
like
What
a
a
party
scene!
we want to be a part of.
What a scene!
We may never get Ben Auerbach.
I mean, he might get lost up in the party.
He may move
I don't
in.
want to stop the party.
Let's talk to him in the post-game interviews.
We'll definitely talk to him in the post-game interviews. I don't want to disrupt him from the party.
All right. I think that's a good place to cut it off. We'll get Ben Auerbach later. Caught up in the hype and the sweat and the emotion. Number 31. I'm Taylor Snyder. I had a fantastic time calling this game. Even better time that Temple was able to come out of here victorious 5-2 to move to 5-2 on the season. What do you know? From Taylor Snyder, Dylan Coyle, the head man in charge, the producer, Mike Zingroni outside the glass. From Hatfield, Pennsylvania, we'll see you next time.